Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sherard Show. I'm your host, Sherard. Having a fabulous time on our last segment, speaking to just some incredible individuals. Alyssa, the model, the supermodel, Dennis Nelson, the Grammy-winning singer, and as well as Philip Jackson, the young, up-and-coming artist, stopping by the show. I mean, if you missed it, you can definitely watch it again at WCOB.TV on our recap, but you're missing the treat. But now the treat still keeps rolling on. I'm so excited. Now, both of these individuals on my left and right, they are very, very gifted, very talented individuals, and I had the honor of and the privilege of interviewing them on the show last year and the year before. And we're first going to start off with, now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Celebrity Impersonation Day, not at all. I mean, I know the previous guest, you maybe thought it was Molly Qerim, and the other one you thought was maybe Blair Underwood, and the other gentleman was Cedric Entertainer. But to my left, this is not George Clooney, though he looks a lot like George Clooney. Mike, my best friend, really good friend, the drummer. How are you,
Good to see you, Sherard.
You doing all right?
I'm doing well.
And then to my right, this is not the lovely Susan Sarandon. This is the lovely Michelle Bernard. How are you?
Hi, Sherard. I'm amazing.
Good to see you
You
again.
too.
How you
Always
been?
a pleasure.
Oh.
I'm fabulous. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Now, I know you've been very busy with your career and doing a lot of different things. Now,
Yes.
let's kind of talk about the play that you've been doing that I've been seeing a lot and I've been getting all these buzzes about. Tell us about
Yes.
the play.
I just closed on a incredibly written, directed, and it was just I'm at a loss for words when it comes to the show. It was written by two stand-up comedians, and it was something that I looked into doing because I wanted to get back into class. And being on stage in front of a live audience every weekend, I think is the best classroom that any actor can give to themselves.
Now, tell us a little bit about what the play is about for those who are first time hearing about it.
The show is called Married People, a Comedy, and it is about four adults, two couples, who are living the trials and tribulations that every human being across the universe goes through. Marriage, what do you do once the kids are grown up and out of the house and getting married, and political views and religious beliefs and sexuality preferences among their children. So it really tackled topics that are relevant to everyone. So the audience were very receptive of everything, and it was basically created to generate conversation, and that's what it did.
Now, it looked like you were having a lot of fun. I was
It was
looking at
so
those Facebook
much
pages. It was
fun.
fun. Now, how long is it still running?
No, we closed, but we broke a lot of records at the Zephyr Theater. We had 17 shows, 14 of them were sold out, and we broke all ticket sale records at the Zephyr Theater in their 50-year history.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible.
It was such a gift.
And,
it was a gift.
and you know, you've been doing your thing for quite a while now, and we're going to talk more about that in a second, but I want to turn it over to Mike. Now, Mike, you've been a busy guy as well. Now, first tell everybody back home what it is you do.
I'm a drummer in a band called the Young Royals, based here out of LA. Also in a band called Train to Space with my good friend Hudson Henry from Malibu. And also have a commercial recording studio in Santa Monica called Windmark Recording.
Now, at that recording studio in Santa Monica, you have some of the biggest stars and names come by there in the music industry. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've been very lucky.
And that's awesome. Very humble guy. Now, let's focus more on your career. Now, you've just gotten back from a miniature tour. Is that correct?
No, but we did a long string of shows pretty recently, and we're still playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
kind of local, though.
Now I'm going to throw it back to you all in terms of the theme, and we'll start with you, Michelle. So now, being an actress and doing all the things that you've done for many years, and we're going to run a clip of something that's just so profound of her career and things that she's done. I absolutely love it. I never get tired of watching this.
Me either.
But now, you being in the industry, there's times where it kind of gets like that gray area in your career, or it gets kind of, you're not getting as many callbacks as you thought you would, or even if you got a role, or you saw a role that you thought you got, and you never got the call back. What keeps you from not wanting to give up?
Because I have to pay rent. Paying bills makes me not want to give up. No, but seriously, at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing in life, whether you, as a on-set scenario, if you are an actor, if you're a writer, if you're a producer, if you're a director, if you're craft service, if you're the catering truck, at the end of the day, we all have to pay rent. We all have to give ourselves shelter. Or people have a mortgage to pay. And isn't it the basic thought of life that you want to get paid doing what you love to do?
Exactly.
Whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or an actor or a drummer or a talk show host, when you wake up in the morning, you want to go where you love to go. And at the end of the day, you want to get a paycheck for doing exactly what you just did.
But it seems like many times that, you're winning in life when you're doing absolutely what you love and getting paid for it. It's nothing better than that. And I turn it over to you, Mike. Now, your dad was a world famous drummer, is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Now, tell everybody back home who your dad is.
He was a drummer for the Flock of Seagulls.
Mm-hmm.
Did their record after I ran I think it's the Magic record.
Mm-hmm.
And toured with them when I was young and across the United States.
Wow, so you've seen,
So awesome.
and you've been doing it for many years. But now, Mike, have you ever had those points in your life or your career where you ever felt you wanted to give it up and just say, I don't want to be a drummer anymore, I want to just do something else?
Yeah, the last project that I was in with Ambrose, I was with them for about 4 years, and we had the momentum and we were putting in all the work, and we were touring and playing a lot of shows, and then the band fizzled out, which happens, and you put all that energy into something, and then it doesn't pan out the way you planned it to.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you feel very discouraged, and like I had to start from kind of ground zero and like, all right, am I going to find another gig? And and eventually I just ended up meeting some people that I connected with and were great musicians, and things kind of fell back into place, which was awesome.
That's pretty awesome. And the thing that's amazing is that many people think that the guitarist or the pianist or the saxophone player is the hardest thing to play an instrument in a band, but really it's the drummer. Is that right?
I mean, I can only play a little guitar,
Mm-hmm.
so I know a little bit, but yeah, the drums, coordination-wise, is very difficult.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
and I'm throwing it to you now, Michelle. So now, being out there as an actress, it's easy to be behind a camera shooting a film, because if you mess up, cut. But when you're doing live every night, that really tests how great you are as an actor and actress. Is that correct?
It is, but it also is a testament to the people that you are working with. The play that I just finished was a full team effort. Nothing could have been accomplished without the backstage crew, the incredible group of people that were doing props and set changing, and then you have to work as a team with your fellow actors on stage, because if I mess up a line or someone else messes up a line and there's a moment where there is dead silence on the stage, you have to fix it, because there is no second take. There is no director yelling cut in the middle and you get to go back to one. You are live in front of people and you just have to figure it out.
I know, I've been
That's
there.
why I've taken so much improv, because you have to be able to think on your feet, but at
And
the
those-
end of the day, you have to work as a team.
Isn't that exhilarating, knowing that 5 minutes to showtime, the curtain comes
It's a
up?
rush.
It's a rush, and we can't do that. But anyway, moving on. So on to you, Mike. Now, what's the thing that gets you to rush? Is it like, for example, I'm a big fan of Jackson Brown. Okay, now Jackson Brown sings a song called "The Loadout." And on the loadout, he was saying that the greatest rush, as I'm paraphrasing, is when you get all set up, and then you just hear the roar of the crowd when the curtain comes up and you start playing. Is that the same thing with you?
I wish there was a roar with the crowd. Like I've had that a couple times, but it's just getting up in front of people and playing music that I love. I mean, that's the rush. Like, you put in all this work with rehearsals and working out the structure and the songs and your part, and then you get up on stage, and like that's where the fun is. Like,
Really?
Yeah, that's the payoff is all on stage.
That's pretty awesome. Now, when we come back really quick, we're going to take a real quick break, and then I'm going to throw the question to you for you to give some advice to someone who may want to give up in the music career as well as in the acting career or wherever in the entertainment industry. And then we're going to also run a cue video of seeing Mrs. Susan Sarandon, Michelle Bernard, doing her things right after this.